Hey, what's up guys, it's Junior, and in this video we're going to be creating a sculpture for Daryl Mays. If you don't know who Daryl is, make sure you go to his YouTube channel. He is hilarious. I reached out to Daryl earlier this year to create a sculpture for him. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. Not create a sculpture for him, but create sculptures in general. He thought it would be a great idea to create hip sculpture because maybe he could create little like figurines to sell them. So be on the lookout for that because that may be something we do later down the line. I got my hands dirty, crazy amounts of frustration. I'm not gonna lie. Oh no. I just broke it. Oh man. It was not easy. Oh man, this sucks. But it was an experience, and an experience that I learned a lot from. So let me take you through the process of how I created my first sculpture that made me want to rip out my non-existent hair. So first I had to get supplies. I went to my local store, Reynolds Advanced Materials, to get some clay. The clay that I decided to use was alien clay. I heard that it was a good beginner clay, so I decided to go with it and give it a chance. This clay was very amendable and moldable. One thing that I loved about it was that you can heat it up to make it soft, and you can use that to start making your sculpture. And then I had Daryl pose for me. I made sure to get every single side of him to make sure I had every single angle I needed, and then I got to work. This clay was very sticky, and I think I heated it up way too much. So I had no idea what I was doing. At this point, I was just learning the clay and trying to figure out how to get a mold to get him to his figure, if that makes any sense. I had zero knowledge of how to create a sculpture, so I decided to go head first and just try to figure it out. I was figuring it out little by little, and of course it came with many frustrations, but it was kind of cool just trying to like understand it and just play with it. I spent hours working on this, but I wasn't too hard on myself. I actually gave myself a lot of leeway because I was just new to this process and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But one thing I learned about art is that if you keep on going, you will get to a point where you start to see great results and you start to get satisfied with your project. Day by day, I made small progress and I was becoming very happy with the results. We got the figure. He looks good. I think he looks good. I hope he looks good. But there's a lot of like inconsistencies like in his eyes and in his face and things that just doesn't look good. You know, like it just needs work. So what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna work on the details. I reached out to Reynolds Advanced Materials and they gave me some valuable tips. At this point, I was kind of stuck. I didn't know how to work on details. Because the sculpture was so small, there was a lot of fine tuning that I had to do, and I didn't know how to do that. So they gave me some really good tips on how to smooth him out and make sure that he was nice and smooth before we were gonna apply the cast. Now it's time to make a mold out of this and then we can make the cast. But before we do that, we have to make some type of a box to put the mold in. And I shouldn't be swinging this around the way I am because if this thing falls, that's 40 hours of work just down the drain. By the way, that's not the safest way to do it, so don't do this at home. All the sides to make the mold. Let's go ahead and put these together. Then we can start prepping it for the material that's gonna be creating that mold that we need. Now the ultimate test is to see if the sculpture fits in here, and I'm pretty sure that it does. We just need to make sure that it does. It's more than enough space to make a mold. But there's still a lot of work to be done. In order for this to be ready for the molding, what I need to do is I need to glue gun all the edges, because if I don't, the mold material is just gonna seep through all these little cracks and stuff that you see in the box. So I need to make sure that everything is prepped. I'm gonna glue gun those things, and then I'm gonna apply some type of like easy pull so that the mold can just come right off once it dries up. Sealing it with hot glue was a little bit of a challenge, but I was able to figure it out. Then I applied an easy release to remove the mold off the box once it was done. The materials that I'm going to use is a Mold Star rubber silicone. I'm gonna stir. We're gonna mix both of these in here, so I'm just gonna do. Let's just do it, because if I don't do it, hopefully it makes it. Go ahead, let's mix. Here goes nothing. This is not good at all. We're not gonna have enough. Oh man, it's not good. My thought process now is hoping that this dries up. I can go and get more silicone and add it onto it so that it sticks to that, whatever dried up, and then I can just keep adding layers to it. I hope it works that way, but I'm not exactly sure. So I decided to give Reynolds Advanced Materials a call to see if they can help me. And I was just trying to figure this out in any way that I possibly can. I just purchased Smooth On Mold Star, and I did not get enough. I was wondering if I went to go get more, would I just be able to just add it on top?
So the thing with the Mold Star, especially the slow version, you still have some time to add more to it. I mean, if you did it within the hot light photo, which is like 45 or 50 minutes, you'd never see it.
I'll be there in the next 30 minutes.
All right, I won't do that.
All right, bye. So it looks like I have to go get some more. Let me go and do that, and I'll be right back. I'm back, and I got all this glue stuff all over this freaking camera. Oh my God. Anyways, I'm all good. Just wait it out. And I'm gonna have to do a different technique because there's like a lot of dead space here and like around the sculpture that I'm gonna have to like do some type of mechanism that's gonna like hold it right above the sculpture and not be wasted space. This is a bummer, but this is like the things that happen when you work with something that you've never worked with before. You just gotta deal with it. Clearly not my lucky day. We finished putting the rest of the silicone for the molding, but we're about like this short. And I am like trying to figure out what I'm gonna do next. What I'm thinking about doing is squeezing this. Oh no. That's not good. That's not good. Oh no. I just broke it. Oh man. Okay, so I took a break from the project because I was extremely frustrated yesterday, but I got more of the molding to create the silicone that we're gonna create this mold from. I think this is it. I think we're gonna be able to do it. And we just have to hope to the gods that it works. We got it filled to the top. Let's give that another 4 hours to dry and let's see what happens. The next thing is we have to take this box out and take the sculpture off this. I think I'm I'm gonna need tools. Oh no. His head is gone. Please, give me some patience. Dang. This part of the project was not great. I had the silicone, but I didn't know if it took shape the way I wanted it to. And I was actually depending on the sculpture because if this didn't work, I at least had the sculpture to do it again. And I just didn't know what to think, to be honest. I spent so long and so many hours working on this to see it destroyed. It really was like a punch to the gut, and I was just trying to stay sane while this happened. There's a big part of me that wants to keep going and figure this out. There's another part of me that wants to quit, abandon the project, and just take my losses. One thing that's stopping me is the resources to do this. This is not a very cheap process. It costs a decent amount of money to do it. So I'm thinking, do I want to keep pouring money into it? Or do I want to take that money and allocate it to different projects? I don't know. This is the hard thing about art, is you gotta figure it out. You gotta like understand when to cut your losses and when to move on, and almost see this, yes, you failed, but you gotta just keep experimenting and figuring it out. I don't know. It's a tough spot for me. Dang, I don't know what to do, you know? I just don't know what to do. What's up, guys? I am back at it. I took 3 weeks off this project because I just had to clear my head. But we're back. We're back to do this. We have our mold. We have our casting, where I'm gonna be able to create a cast off this mold, and I hope it works. I went back to the store from where I bought this from, and they suggested that I go ahead and try it anyways to see what happens, because you just don't know. What we got here is a liquid plastic, and we are gonna be mixing this to pour it into here, and then we're gonna cut this open and then pull this out, and then we will see what creation we get. That's crazy. Oh man, guys, look at this. That was liquid, and now it's like a marshmallow type thing. Okay guys, it's hard enough. What we need to do now is cut this open. I feel like I'm giving birth. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's not perfect. We got him back. We got him back. I mean, yeah, we can work it. We can tweak this. We can... I'm actually pretty pumped. Like, this is like kind of freaking cool. Look at this. I can work with this. I'm pretty sure. I mean, of course, just like some minor modifications. But I think this is it. This is so freaking cool. We got him back. We got his head back. Yes! This was one of the biggest victories in my art career. I almost quit and gave up, but I decided to keep moving forward. Something just kept telling me to keep moving forward and figure it out. And now I got it to a point where I can tweak it and modify it and make it look a little better. It just made me so happy. And this is it, guys. We finished Daryl's sculpture, my first sculpture that almost destroyed me. I gained so much patience in this project, But I'm extremely happy with how it came out, and I think I'm gonna just develop this and continue doing sculptures here and there. Not sure if this is gonna be something I like do completely and like do this full time, but it was a fun project. It was something that like got me out of my element, and it built my resiliency in not quitting. I almost quit this project. Like I almost let it go. I'm just grateful. I'm just extremely grateful that I continued the project, and here we are. So thank you so much for watching. Truly appreciate your support. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned. I have so many more videos coming out. I have a different style of videos that I'm thinking about, so stay tuned for that, and catch you in the next one. Peace.